I'll tell you something.
It's the show that sucks with your hosts Harrison and Honzo Gonzo.
See the curtains hanging in the window in the evening on a Friday night. A little light is shining through the window. Let me know everything is alright. Summer breeze makes me feel fine. Blowing through the jasmine in my mind.
With special guests from around the fighting game community.
Has commentating hindered your ability to place 4th place at local tournaments?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it has. I just suck. I just don't practice anymore. It's not because of the commentary. It's more about just life in general. You know, you turn 30.
Just life?
And you're like, just
You're
life.
30?
I'm 30.
Wow, you should kill yourself.
Now for your hosts, Harrison and Honzo Gonzo.
What's up, everybody? I just show up Honzo Gonzo because I wasn't wearing a green shirt.
Yeah, now he's rocking green. A Brazil shirt at that. Much better than mine. Mine's just a charity for sick
You could
children.
only get this shirt in Brazil at the qualifier.
You didn't go.
I didn't go. Somebody else went and got me the shirt. It's oddly enough the nicest made shirt out of all of the shirts.
Yeah, it is better than mine.
Yeah.
My 25th anniversary shirt. I got the one with all the shirts on it, so I'm happy.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so, you know.
I still have I told Hans to get me the Paris one, and it's still in his house. Like, it's been there for like 2 years.
Damn.
So I need to get that eventually.
Damn.
Welcome to the show that sucks, number 117. It is St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah. I brought Guinness and spilt it all over my crotch.
Yeah, you did.
Show everyone, I guess.
You-
Well, I'm not
you-
that tall. Damn, my name blocking my dick.
I could take it off right now.
Oh, yeah. Hold on.
There you go. They can't even really see it.
I know.
Oh, who
That's what
cares?
they all say.
God. This show is about, what's this show about to our new listeners? If somebody is just randomly watching the stream, what?
It's just a live stream of my suicide. Like, I don't know. I forgot we didn't have any topics ready or something.
You forgot we don't?
Well, you do, apparently. Our show is about fighting.
Why do I have you on the show?
I don't know, man.
It is St. Patrick's Day,
Guinness is good.
which means Honzo Gonzo has brought me a Guinness, which is very nice of him. He mistakenly asked me what kind of beer I wanted on St. Patrick's Day, which I don't know what
I
kind
don't
of
know.
question that is. I don't know what kind of question that is.
I don't know.
This is just a whirlwind of a intro
Yeah.
to the show.
I like it.
You like it?
I showed my dick. Oh, well, you could see. Um,
We'll talk about that later.
your things are random. St. Patrick's Day. Hope everyone has a fun time tonight, and I hope you guys stay safe. If you're gonna drink, don't drive. If you're going to party, you know, don't fight people. If you're gonna fight them, win. You know, I just hope they win. If you're gonna fight someone, break their neck, smash their girlfriend in the face.
You can. What do you?
Ultimate victory. You need to dominate, not just win the fight. Dominate. You gotta do this. Godspeed. All right. What do
We
you
could
usually do on St. Patrick's Day?
What do I usually do?
Yeah.
I usually drink starting at like 1 o'clock and then pass out probably around like 5 or 6 o'clock. But I have a job, so I can't do that anymore.
I did start to drink at like 3.
Oh God! And you were just telling people not drink and drive, and then
No, I just had a half a Guinness. It's not that much.
I mean that's like 20 Guinnesses to like a normal person. if you want, we could talk about a Street Fighter fight.
I hate this.
You hate this?
Hate the no. Street Fighter fight. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that happened and stuff coming up. I mean, we had South by Southwest this past.
To be honest,
weekends, which
I
was-
didn't watch it.
I did watch it. I did. And let me just say, I hate esports. I hate esports streams. I hate everything about them, I think.
Just everything?
Yeah. Because, like, the format's okay, but there's always flaws in a round robin with pools. I would have rather just seen a round robin. Whoever did the best.
Well, if you already have that many people, and why not? It's only
Yeah.
2 out of 3. It wasn't like it was 3 out of 5 or anything like that. I don't think it would have taken that long. Am I crazy? Do you think it would have taken that long? I just think they wanted to
It
show.
was a 2-day event, or a 3-day event even. So
Did they
like,
show every match on stream?
Yes.
I think that's probably partly why they wanted to make it like have two rounds or whatever,
I know.
so they
I
can
just
show
rather
every
see-
match on the stream.
I'd rather see everyone play though. Maybe on the off stream. I know it's hard for when you're talking about production and stuff, but you know, there's a lot of talent there. It was really cool to see the matches that we saw though. I hate breaks. If you're a proponent of breaks, I don't know. Like, my thing is, I wish people filled breaks with like interesting content, like
Harrison Pizza commercials.
Harrison Pizza commercials. There's a pizza right here.
I tweeted out a picture of my pizza.
Yeah. But like, there's so much. It's just wasted space, you know. Like, if you're doing interviews, that's cool. Do an interview, but what are you trying to accomplish with that interview? You know, are you getting a sponsor to help money put into that interview?
I feel like if you just have one thing, like, what did it look like? What was the downtime? What did it look like?
Nothing. It was just like this weird esports thing. I actually liked the esport thing they put up there. It was like,
But you didn't need to see it for 20 minutes.
no, or it was sometimes even 40 minutes to an hour, and the stream just goes down. But you know, that happens. I'm not gonna fault people for doing it. But there was one incident when the stream, Kazunoko was about to lose. All right, against fucking like Daigo, I think. He's about to lose. He wakes up, ultras, nails Daigo in the face. You know what they do? They cut away from the match, and it's just Gutex. It's just fucking Gutex and Mike Ross going crazy, and that didn't kill him. So then there's this huge comeback that happens, and it's not on the stream. And I was just like, oh no. It was a huge comeback from Kazunoko, who basically started off with a wake up ultra, which is the dumbest and hypest thing you could do. You know, just, and you hit Daigo with it.
And then you cut away. How do you cut away during that?
Oh boy, I don't know. That's the only thing that actually made me super mad. I was just like, you can't be doing that, man. Maybe, you know, there was a mistake, communication mistake. Maybe they were watching the match and they pressed a button or something. I don't know, but
I don't think that's like an accident.
oh boy. Yeah, jumped the gun on that one. Otherwise, I mean, excuse me. I think most of the problems were the first day. The second, third day were fine, I thought. And
There were 3 days?
yeah, it was a really long event.
So what was the first day?
Pools. Second day was pools, and then third day was.
Did they do the first day was the Group A, and then Saturday was Group B, like that?
I believe so, but
Man,
Ryan
it's
Hart
so long.
couldn't make it until Saturday, so he played all his matches on Saturday. So that was one of the things. They moved some matches around.
I just don't see why they all couldn't play each other. Even if the stuff wasn't on stream, they could record it off stream. Not that big of a deal. It's just extra footage that they could put out or not. It really doesn't matter. But if they can really go through all those matches, be like, hey, these are the matches we want, we'll put those on stream. If they really wanted those matches. And everybody would win, I feel like, in that situation.
I don't know. I don't know how I would. I would just do a big round robin if I was gonna do a round robin.
Yeah, that's why I said.
I think I agree.
I just think it's just a waste of all that money and time to just not have 16 people play each other that flew across the world.
Whatever, man. Momochi, of course, takes it with his crazy goddamn Ken that no one can beat. I know I saw the Momochi. I don't know if you saw it. The option select he put out before the event.
That's like, I want to say that's like it's obviously not new.
It's not new, but he like detailed it.
And I don't. I think people have known about it, or they kind of just do it instinctually because it's not like a broken mechanic. It's just all timing. That's all it is. It's all timing stuff. Like basically, you would input an uppercut and then you'd hold down back, and it was all basically all timing. So if you were kind of reading the opponent, it kind of gets you out of the situation for free.
And he definitely read every single person ever and destroyed everyone. And it's kind of it's a little daunting if I was a Street Fighter player, you know, going up against Momoshi. Like, it's not like Momoshi hasn't lost. I mean, yeah, Capcom Cup he lost to Reinhardt, you know. But man, it's hard.
Yeah, and the last couple tournaments he's been in, he just kind of destroyed everybody.
Yeah.
Did he lose to anybody?
I believe he lost to a couple people. I think
because I thought he was undefeated, or was that Kazunoko that was undefeated?
I think one of them was undefeated, or they might have both.
I think it was Kazunoko that was undefeated in his group play.
Yeah. I know Gamer beat Daigo, which was cool for him because he's never really done that on a big tournament scale.
That, and everybody knows the last time that those two guys have fought, and it didn't really turn out that well for Gamer B.
No. So it's good that you know, he got that off his chest, but just in time for, you know, the tournament season coming up. Overall, you know, cool event. I hope whoever was sponsoring, I forget who the sponsor. I think it was just South by Southwest. I don't know. Hopefully they do it again next year. You know, cool, whatever. There's a lot of money.
I guess it's like a comic book convention, or it's like some kind of convention,
no,
right?
South by Southwest is like a music tech convention thing, I think. Because I know their big claim to fame is they had Edward Snowden last year give like this speech thing.
Okay.
They had one this year again with Edward Snowden. If you know Edward Snowden, and he's the goddamn spy that escaped America and is now in Russia or somewhere secret. I don't know. But he speaks there via like Skype or something. So that's their big dealio. And I think there's other stuff they're famous for, but I don't know it.
But I mean, you can look at the stream. It's freaking huge. It is huge. There's tons of people there.
Yeah.
And it's another thing for, even though it wasn't like a tournament, I guess. I mean, an open tournament. Still something for like the middle of the country to go do, I guess. Because I feel like the middle of the country kind of gets shafted on like tournaments in general.
Definitely. Definitely. But isn't there a reason for that, Harrison? Maybe because the middle of the country fucking sucks. That moves into our next topic.
Wait, what?
Final round's coming up. I'm not saying the South sucks. Final round's coming up.
How does that? Anyways, what?
And because Midwest people are gonna be there, and this is their tournament that they're gonna come out and beat everyone, quote unquote.
So they're not gonna suck.
That's what they're saying. So I hope.
Don't they say that like every time?
Yes, I've
Okay.
heard it numerous amount of times.
Okay. All right.
Final round's coming up. We will both be there. If you see us, say hi. You're allowed to touch my face. That's okay. I don't think you're not allowed to touch Harrison's
Yeah, please
face.
don't touch my face.
Don't touch Harrison's face. Touch mine, no. There's a bunch of stuff happening. There's Tekken 7. Of course, we've already talked about a bunch of it. Tekken 7's happening. There's a bunch of side tournaments. It's Tekken, you know, it's the Tekken major besides Strong Style. So, you know, lots of Tekken cats are going out there. What else? There's the Curly Mustache event that's happening on Saturday. So that should be pretty cool. There's also a bunch of Street Fighter, a bunch of Marvel. Union has a pretty big turnout. Guilty Gear has a huge turnout. It's like the third biggest game, I think.
Really?
Yeah, it's like
Damn.
third or fourth, but it's very big turnout. It's almost 200 people. So that's very big if you're into Guilty Gear.
That's a lot for like not a Capcom game at this
Oh, yeah.
point. I feel like.
It's definitely a lot for an anime game at a major. You know, at Evo it's different. You know, but yeah. So bunch of stuff happening. I look forward to it. I'll be trying to tweet it up there and.
Well, you will be tweeting it up there.
I mean, like I know I won't officially, but on my own Twitters and making vines and stuff. I
You
want to
still
do it on the
that?
plane.
On the vines on the plane.
Yeah, crash that motherfucker.
So glad I'm not on the same flight as you.
Rip Seg. Seg's on my flight.
I don't know. I'm pretty excited, dude. We get to use a lot of. We're gonna be just using new tech. That I don't know. It'll be a different year. It'll be a cooler year, in my opinion. It won't be a test run anymore. It'll be an official. Well, it was always official, but I don't know. I'm just excited.
I look forward to be Mini Harrison.
Well, you're like always mini me. I mean, look at you're mini me right now. I'm like, I had to one up you with this shirt.
If I took my shirt off. I mean, my sweatshirt. Oh.
And take your hat off, but you don't have to do that.
Oh man, flexing. Oh. Oh.
Great podcast. Is that really it? Did we just burn through the topics like that?
I mean, there's not much to say about fun. I was gonna talk about the pools, but they didn't come out, and they were supposed to come out this past weekend, and I couldn't find them unless I looked in the wrong place, or usually I try and talk about them, but I know a lot of people from Marvel are gonna be there, and this looks like a big regional standoff between SoCal and the East Coast to see who's the worst. So, there's a lot of players going out that are looking to prove their various regions, like Arizona, like SoCal, NorCal even. NorCal's not the best at the moment. South's coming out, Texas coming out. A lot of people are coming out. This is the first big push because we didn't have SCR this year, So final round's kind of the big.
Yeah,
major.
you're right. Usually SCR kind of sets
Yeah.
the table for everything, and it's kind of still happening sometime, somewhere. But it's not first.
No. So final round's
I feel
kind
like
of
that kind of makes final round even bigger.
it's the bigger. It's the big start of the season. Capcom Cup kind of the end of the season, and then we have the break, and then right back into it.
Yep.
I look forward to going to Waffle House. Did you go to Waffle House last time?
What do you mean last time? I never went to final round.
You never went to final round?
No, it's my first time going to final round.
Oh, I thought you were there last year.
No, I was gonna go, but it was like $1,000.
Oh,
I
shit.
didn't want to spend $1,000 for like 3 days of my life.
I mean,
That's like a lot of money.
yes, it is. I'll take you to Waffle House. Then. It's very good. Don't listen to anyone when they say it's bad, because they're wrong.
And also the good thing about the South by Southwest tournament happening last weekend is that all of those guys are going to be going to final round.
Yes.
Which is, I mean, final round hasn't really been a huge international tournament for Street Fighter, I feel like. CEO is usually the bigger one.
It's dependent on the years, because I remember, sometimes they'll have
Because last year it was Reinhardt and Infiltration, and that was kind of it, right?
Yeah.
And then I can't even remember,
There's Tokido. Tokido has been there a bunch. I'm trying to remember if Daigo was ever there. I don't know.
I don't think so, because usually he goes to CEO. If
he goes to a East Coast tournament.
Yeah.
Past Super. Because I remember in Super, he went to a bunch of... he went to Seasons Beatings. He went to... Daigo did. He went to some other one out there. But yeah, he hasn't really been out there. I don't think at final round. I don't think Daigo's ever been there. And if he does go... Are you sure Daigo's going?
I'm not 100% sure if Daigo's going, but I know a good chunk of those players are definitely going to final round.
Gamer B, Kazunoko.
They need those points, dude, to get in the Capcom Cup.
That's true. That's very important. If your goal is Capcom Cup, then you're going to make an effort to go to every one of those big ones.
And you're already in the country. You have to go there. There's no excuse for you not to go.
So this final round might be the biggest Street Fighter-wise they've had, quite a while.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I know it's a big deal when Reinhardt was there, and even a big deal when Tokido was there. But this is going to be multiple internationals. I know Infiltration's going to go. I think that Pugera guy is coming too. So
I think Punko's going too.
Another person. I think, a bunch of people are basically going to be traveling to this thing. So it might be a pretty big kickoff. And if some of these players don't get points, you might see them pop up in unexpected places, Maybe they come to NCR. There's points,
Yeah, And SCR too.
If you need the points and you think you can win that 200,
and these are
50,
premier. I think
200
the
time.
premier tournaments you get entered, right? If you win, is that how it works? I forget. It's been so long since I've looked at it.
Well, there's 32 spots now, so yeah, I would assume that.
Yeah.
I mean, getting in there is cool, but it's not the end all be all. Like last year, getting in there automatically last year was a pretty big deal, you know.
Because there wasn't a whole lot of. Not only that, I mean, there was half the spots there were this year, but
Yeah.
there was only like maybe five or six spots
Mhm.
that were guaranteed entrance, and they were kind of all over the place too.
Yeah. But I mean, winning Evo, obviously, I think anyone can agree. If you win Evo, you definitely deserve to be in.
Yeah.
Capcom Cup.
No question.
Yep. So we'll see how this tournament season goes. I think Final Round's gonna set a big tone of the season. Like, what's gonna happen? Is Momochi just gonna dominate everyone? Are there people who are gonna show up hungry for those points? Maybe some randoms, that we haven't seen.
Yeah, I don't know, because there's a lot of points to go out now too, because it's 32 spots. So I mean, everybody's kind of got a shot, and then there's gonna be tons of moments where somebody qualifies that again makes it so people with less points can qualify easier. Because I believe, was it Luffy who did Luffy qualify for points?
He qualified from Evo.
For Evo, but he had so many points.
Yeah.
Like he was just light years of ever.
Because he had all the Europe points and
he
Evo points.
He had like 1,800 points. The person next to him was like Infiltration or somebody with like 1,000 points. So having somebody like that win Evo or a major tournament really kind of changes a bunch of stuff too.
Definitely. We also had the 9 States tournament go on this past weekend in Japan. That was kind of fun to watch. Cameraman was streaming it. So Infiltration took it, but there's a bunch of Japanese players that you don't usually get to see in tournaments, like arcade players, stuff like that, come out and play on a stream, and I think people really enjoyed it. And I hope Japanese Street Fighter gets a bigger viewership base, because I don't know why they don't do more streams from over there. It really is questionable.
I mean, they've always been in the spotlight since forever, really. I just remember, vanilla days, like that was the shit. Like when you found like random hidden gems of some random dude that's just uploading videos of Momochi and Daigo for no reason at all. Like
they're always the shittiest quality.
Yeah, but I mean, nobody cared. It was just
no. But like, if you have so many good players and so many people want to see those good players, I don't know why you wouldn't want to stream them. Like, I don't get the Japanese mindset for it is a little
I mean, there's gonna be tons of reasons. Like maybe they don't care, maybe they don't want to. Like,
but like Topanga stream, or they have the Tokido and Mago and I think Fudo have their little show they do every week, and that's very popular, I think.
Yep.
I just don't know why more players don't.
I feel like a lot of them aren't like vocal either. Even if we can't understand them, like they're never really that vocal.
It's true.
As Americans, obviously, not like Japanese people. Like, but they're never. You never see them like talking in a video or commentating or like anything like that, unless there's super huge big names like Tokido and Momochi, and you kind of don't see a lot of those guys, wandering around, trying to take the mic from somebody, like volunteering.
Sure. Unless they're drunk, and then Mago will say anything. But yeah, it was cool. Hope to see more stuff from Japan, like technology-wise, like streaming and stuff like that. Because I mean, like, if you look at Tekken 7 stuff, it's really just like these random ass people that are streaming from the cabs, and it's just weird that there isn't like someone like an arcade that's going like, gosh, look at all these streams. I don't know. Like, maybe there is, and it's on Nico, and I just don't know about it.
That, and I mean, people still don't know how to stream. Like, I think we take it for granted over here because it's so companies are so like into the community over here, I feel like, or more readily available, like because you see XSplit sponsor events over here, and like AverMedia and like all these companies that are just kind of giving money to these events, and they've made it pretty easy for people that actually want to do it.
It's true.
And I don't know, maybe they just don't have the resources or, that over there to stream.
I don't know. Maybe they just don't play Street Fighter all day, every day.
Maybe they don't.
Maybe they don't.
If you guys have any questions, you could send them to @HarrisonSBA and @Honzo Gonzo. Another thing that's coming up, it's coming up in a week and a half, but it's the Red Bull, how do you pronounce that?
Kumite.
Kumite. And they announced all the players. I don't know if they announced them that long ago, but I didn't know.
They announced a couple. I know people like received like these Red Bulls, and they're like, I got a invite. But you want to scroll through them?
Yeah. So first up, obviously we have Evo champion Luffy. Nemo's in here, which I think is kind of a little bit. We all know he's good, but I think it's kind of a little bit of a surprise, just because he doesn't really travel to play Street Fighter, really. So that's kind of a weird.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll do good. Berlanto's bullshit cheap and brain dead to use. So.
Yep. But I think Relentless is one of those characters where if you know the matchup, it kind of tones down the capabilities of that character a
Definitely.
lot. And then Tokido. Cien is in there. So how many is that? That's 4 so far. Yeah. Snake Eyes, obviously, of course.
I think Snake Eyes is like semi-sponsored by Red Bull. I feel like because he always has Red Bull stuff.
Didn't he get like a Red Bull fridge?
Something like that. I think he's secretly sponsored by him, but he's not announcing it yet. I don't know why, but good for Snake Eyes.
He's good enough to where people want him to be there.
Yeah.
So. Then next we have Fudo, Bonchan, Daigo, of course, because why not? It's Daigo, and then Choo Choo.
Oh, Choo Choo
is in here again. I don't know. You know what? Like,
why
not?
Give him another chance.
Yeah.
He did get bodied at Capcom Cup, but who else wouldn't get him bodied?
That being said, it's not like he got bodied by Daigo, right?
Yeah.
And then it wasn't like a clear-cut loss to Justin, was it?
I don't think it was that bad, but I know it was pretty convincing for Justin. I'm pretty sure.
And then Mago,
Mago.
2D God, and then Valmaster.
Valmaster is really good. If you ever watch him, his Chun, he's actually very good. At least in Europe. Whenever he plays over in Europe, he's just amazing. Maybe it's the quality of play, but I don't know.
And then Dominion.
Dominion, of course, his home
Gotta
country
have
of
Guile in
France.
there. Next up is Infiltration. Good pick.
Mm-hmm.
Good pick. And then I say Reinhardt. And then the last one is Reinhardt.
Yeah.
So, I say that's a pretty good lineup.
It's a pretty good lineup, and if they're gonna do it Kumite style, it's just gonna be actually, I guess it would be round robin. I don't know how they're gonna do it. Usually a Kumite is you just play one person plays a bunch of people till they lose.
Yeah.
Or even if they lose, they just keep going cycling. So they might just do round robin that style where it's just like somebody sits down on the cap and is like, well, let's go, and then they just play 7 matches in a row or whatever. And then the next person sits on the cab and they play 6 or whatever. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Either way, it's a lot of matches, man.
Yeah. It's hopefully they do that style. I'm sure they announced the format, but I'm not too keen on it. That's political, Harrison. I saw it.
We kind of skipped over this, but I wanted to talk about it while we were talking about South by Southwest. But I think we've talked about this before, but it had like South by Southwest had all these problems that we talked about like a million times before with like the commercials and like the commercials basically, and
Extreme fuck ups.
And the fact that every time I wanted to watch it, it was like offline.
Yeah, I had those problems too.
Is there anything that you tune in to watch a stream and then you're like, wow, I don't want to watch the stream anymore? Like, even when it's your favorite game. Like, is there something that when you're watching Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 where you're like, I don't even want to watch this anymore?
It's only like matchups that I know are about to come up. Like, if I see top 4 is Chris G, fucking Cosmos, Ray Ray, and Yipes. I'll just be like, I don't need to see this fucking top 4. Like, I know how it's gonna happen. It's just gonna be more Doom bullshit, and I don't care about that. And even if you beat more Doom, I really don't care about that too. Like, it's boring to beat that team too. So anything involving that, I'm just like, why? I don't need to watch this thing. Or like Usual Suspects, where I know the results are gonna happen. I'm just like, I don't.
Is there anything that's not out of the streamer's control that would happen that would turn you off?
Something that they can't control?
Yeah, so
Just
like
the level
so
of play.
obviously, well, I mean that they can control.
Oh, they can control.
So like obviously, top 4, you can't really control that. Like that stuff's going to happen. But is there anything where you're like they could have easily just not done this and I would continue watching
Commentary's the biggest one. I mean, you can just look on the goddamn internet when 9 States was going on, how many people are complaining about Z. And I have no problem with Z personally, but holy shit, everyone hates him. And, it really turns people off. Like, this shit, like, just terrible commentary will just fuck people up. Like, I have to mute whenever I watch Kit, for the years I've been watching, I have to mute it because those people are just fucking, they say things and I'm just like, either it's not correct or it's stupid. And, like, I can't handle that. Like, it's okay to be wrong and you're like, man, I was wrong, I'm sorry guys, whatever. But when you just keep at it and you just keep fucking saying the stupid things, or you're like talking about tiers when you really shouldn't be, I just don't like it. I hate it. It's actually a very big turn off for me. Like, when people think, like, they know the game better than players and they say it as a fact. I don't like that. I think you should just talk about the game, what's happening, what the players are thinking, what their thoughts are, stuff like that. No one actually cares about the commentator. They care about the players.
You make a good point about what the players were trying to do. Not like, I mean, I tend to do it every once in a while where I'll be like, well, I would have done that. It's like, well, nobody cares if you would have done that. Like, nobody cares. Everybody cares about the match. Everybody cares about what you think the person would have done. Not.
Yeah, and obviously, if someone just takes an unblockable when they could have just backdashed or something, or like, they just get hit by an overhead that's really dumb. You're like, wow, you're stupid. It's okay to say that. It's okay to call him a bad player. Like, you should have blocked that because it's really, really like transparent. Like, or if a Goku whiffs the fucking Tatsu, you don't punish it. You're like, wow, you're dumb. You should have punished it. Like, those things I get. But when there's like, I would have insta-blocked that, and then Potemkin backdash, and then insta-killed him. Like, I'm just like, shut the fuck up. No one cares. I much more care about what the players are thinking and what their mindset of the matches and the matchups are. It's hard to do that, but you can see it through play. I feel like you can see like what they're doing to mitigate risks and stuff like that.
I mean, that's not always true. I mean, you got a lot of people that don't, which is why there's commentators.
Yeah, but other things that are under streamers' control, I guess, structuring your downtime. I understand if you have sponsors, you need to shout them out, but maybe have them send in a couple commercials, so every commercial's not the same goddamn commercial. Maybe have, I don't know.
Like what?
I personally, like, if you're having downtime and you need to do sponsors, you should have them make something for the event. Obviously, if the event's small, you're not going to get that, and I understand that. But, like, for Evo and stuff catered for Evo, like a fucking Monster commercial with Justin Wong in it. Why haven't we had that? Like, how many years has he been sponsored by EG? There's not been one fucking Monster commercial at Evo with Justin Wong,
I don't know.
It's weird to me that happens.
I think it's just laziness. And
Yeah, it really is. But
I think eventually, it's kind of, these sponsors kind of haven't thought about them like that yet. I don't think, like, as ways to. Well, I mean, obviously they have, because why else would you sponsor somebody is to, help promote whatever you're trying to promote. But I don't think they've thought about it that far yet.
I just don't understand why.
Which virtually every sport ever does that. Like, all of them. Like,
yes.
everything.
Have you ever watched a football game and fucking, Randy Moss is an old fucking football thing. Randy Moss.
Have
is,
you ever
know,
worn a pair of Jordans? Like,
he's like at a fucking Lay's commercial or some shit. You know, it happens. Like it's what you're supposed to do. I don't. Doesn't make sense. Like ESPN, you ever see ESPN? They just have fucking random ass sports stars all over the goddamn place in their commercials. You know why? Because they're getting demographic. It's who the people want to watch. Those people.
Yeah.
And you know,
I agree.
I'm all for cycling through ads and saying, you know, this is their shtick. This is what they want you to know. Blah. I'm all for that. You know, we're just starting off as a community, essentially. I mean, we're just getting into the esport mode, even though we've been esports. But I just wish it progressed faster. And you know, what we do at NCR,
what
with the combo videos and stuff, or like Blast for the Past or whatever.
Just something to keep your mind interested. I mean, that's kind of all it is. When somebody, what I never ever do is I never tell somebody I'm coming back. I think that's like the one thing that really just turns people off instantly. Like when you're watching a TV show or something and it's live and then you hear them go, "We'll be right back after these commercials." Click. Like as soon as you hear "We'll be right back," I'm out of there. Like, and maybe I won't come back.
Yeah, I mean that's like a psychological thing, like subconsciously, you know.
I mean it's so easy to avoid, and especially in games and streams. You guys be like, "Hey guys, check out this," you know, whatever. Don't say "We'll be right back" with, you know, this commercial. Say, "Hey, check this out," instead of "We'll be right back." I don't know. Just
all I'm saying is Mountain Dew, hire me for your commercials, you fucking idiots.
I mean, you're totally correct. It'd be so easy for Justin Wong to just drink a Monster. Like how...
Oh, it'd be funny, you know, Justin Wong and PR Balrog, they're sitting in the room and PR Balrog was like, "I'm so mad right now," and Justin Wong just drinking a fucking Monster. It's like, it'd be funny if, like, that would be it, you know. I don't, like, it's not hard. You just have fucking Momochi just fucking doing circles. And then, like, he's like, "Oh, I put Monster in his dog bowl," and he drinks a Monster, you know.
In a dog bowl?
Momochi's, is Justin Wong's dog. He has a little corgi called Momochi.
Oh, yeah.
Terrier or something.
And then it turns into like a giant dog?
No, just pour it. It was like, oh, he's just running around really hyper or something. He's like, yeah,
Oh.
I put Monster in the thing. I don't know. 2 quick ideas. Take them. But, yeah. I don't know why. Because I've seen it in other esports. Like, EG used to do with StarCraft, like RAM commercials with Hyper, whatever, X, during StarCraft tournaments. And it'd always be funny, like, they were in the offices, you know, and they're, like, doing stuff. And it's funny because, you know, they're playing jokes or something. I think people respond better to that.
Cool.
Yeah.
If you guys have any questions, you guys can send them to @HarrisonSBA and @Honzo Gonzo. We don't really have them any. Like, we don't have like any questions.
I have one question that was asked. Oh, you have it right there, I think.
Is this it?
The Demon King one. That's the first one.
This one?
Yeah, it was asked 4 hours ago. It's fine.
Cool.
Okay. So, oh, you have your whole thingy. At Demon King X5 asks, "Are you guys buying Hori, Mad Catz, or 8-Arc for the PS4 and Xbox One? If not, then who?" I mean, I personally am buying the Marvelous custom stick for my PS4, where I can have it dual modded for PS4, PS3, Xbox 360, and even Xbox One if I chose to. That's what I would be getting, Harrison.
I'm gonna buy whichever one gives me a Farragate stick. That's what I'm gonna buy.
If you really need one on the cheap, Hori has one for $200. Arcade Shock's still on it, so
For 200? That's not on the cheap, man.
that's cheaper than all the other ones. Mad Catz and
Do you think they're gonna be that expensive for a while? I guess.
200?
Yeah.
No, I think closer to EVO, you'll see more sales in tournaments. I think they'll drop down, but Hori's not really known to do crazy sales like Mad Catz. Mad Catz has crazy sales. They'll knock a third of the fucking price off.
They'll knock a half of the price
Yeah,
off.
it's crazy. Like, there was fucking nah.
I think I bought, it was a buy one get one free or something like that of the tournament edition, like the original ones, which is insane. Yeah, you never really see anything like that.
Oh, they said it was 150 for the PS4 one. Oh, my bad.
That's
Whatever.
It's not bad. I think when you start
fine.
getting up to like 200, it's kind of a little bit too much.
Everyone needs their PS4 stick for Evo.
I mean, I guess all those companies are in the driver's seat right now, right?
Kind of. All right, we have our next tweet from Mr. Drew Ed Mage.
We kind of just ranted about this for like 30 minutes, but
Yeah, I mean, we already talked about it. You know, Blast from the Past are cool. If you're walking a sponsor, you know, have them make a sponsor video or even make one yourself. I want to see in the future if I can't, you know, make content specifically for the tournament, like situated for the tournament. Like, let's say that KI tournament combo. It's the one for UFGT Combo Breaker, I believe. It's a big KI tournament. Like, their big proponent is KI. So why not make, you know, a KI themed commercial for the tournament, like a trailer or something, you know, to play during the things, and it would promote KI and the event for future people to come to the event next year, you know. Stuff like that.
that takes manpower. That takes money.
Just do it yourself.
I mean, everybody kind of already does like all this by themselves already. Like, there's not really. There's help out there, but it's still not.
Or like CEO. If I was doing CEO, you would just do wrestling promos with the players or something. Film them the day before or something. Edit them up. That's hard, but you can still.
Yeah,
do it.
that's.
You can still do it. Stuff like that.
The thing is, it doesn't need to be that crazy either.
Because CEO is all about wrestling and all that stuff, and that's fine. Just cater your content toward that.
Because literally right now, as long as it's not, you know, the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life, basically anything is better than nothing at this point. Like anything you throw at me, anything, it's like, whoa, I've never seen that before. Good job, guys.
I would even like the crowd cam as the background, and then you could show sponsors transparently. At least you could see the crowd. That's something, I think.
Or you can just, I guess you really couldn't do that until the day of. But, I mean, you can easily, you don't even need the crowd. Like, you can just film the crowd and then just make a video with the crowd in the back or something. Yeah, just something more, because I think slides are kind of on their way out. I feel like, or at least they need to be.
They really need to be.
We want commercials. We want moving parts. We need to venture away from, you know, staring at a
Slide.
picture
Yeah.
for like 30
it's just so
seconds
easy
to a
do,
minute.
You know, it's just so easy. You just make a slide. Bam. That's my advertisement budget. But I agree. I think companies and tournaments should both rise above. I mean, Mad Catz even makes videos. I've seen Mad Catz commercials.
Yeah, I mean, Adark's made commercials.
Yeah. So
I mean, that's not new at all.
no, just need to do more. Just not just do one for a year. I don't think that's how marketing should work. Anyways, Jermage also asks, odd question maybe, but what music have you been listening to lately? I actually downloaded a bunch of music just recently, like yesterday. I've been on MF Doom a lot, if you're familiar with him.
MF Doom.
Yes, he's a rapper who has a Dr. Doom mask, and he's quite good. Also, a lot of the 90s. I downloaded Jock Jams.
Jock Jams.
Do you remember Jock Jams?
No.
That was my even before your time. My dad used to listen to Jock Jams all the fucking time, and Jock Jams had stuff like "I like to move it," shit like that. Really good. Chumbawamba, you know. I love that music because I used to listen to it all the time. Yeah, mostly that stuff. Wu-Tang, I always listen to Wu-Tang. Eminem.
I've been trying to just, I don't know, listen to stuff from the 90s, because I feel like I didn't, at least like 90s rap, because I didn't really listen to any of that at all.
There's a lot. Naughty by Nature and stuff like that. think they're 90s. Bunch of pizza shit.
Sorry.
There's DK High.
Yeah.
Alright, DK High FGC asks, what's one game you'll never touch? Bonus points if it's League of Legends. I actually do play League of Legends sometimes, so I can't say that. What's one game I won't touch? Arcana Heart.
Arcana Heart?
Yeah.
The one game I won't touch. Like, ever.
Ever.
I don't know, man. Like, I'll give any game a shot. I'm not gonna, like...
I don't think you really mean that, Harrison. There's some games I could show you.
Yeah?
Like Honey Pop.
Honey Pop.
Link things to Harrison about Honey Pop.
Oh, wait. Okay, so there's... remember that one game? It was like Lenny or something like that? I can't remember.
Lenny.
I don't know. It was just like... I can't remember, but I will never touch that game. That's a terrible example. I need a game that I can remember. Obviously, I'll never touch that game because I can't even remember the name of the game. You know, I even played. You know those stupid Burger King games?
Yeah.
I played
People
those.
like those.
I played those. They're horrible.
People like
They are horrific. Some of the worst gameplay ever in my entire life. And I still played it.
They're saying Leisure Shoot Larry?
Yes.
Leisure Suit
Yes.
Larry.
Those games look absolutely terrible.
Yeah, those have titties in it at least.
It-
Something.
I remember seeing that in like GameStop. It's like rated M.
Yeah,
oh my God.
I saw
You're
it.
like,
I remember that. I see in the magazines. I was like, oh shit. I'm like, oh, my mom doesn't find this.
Like, but yeah, I'll never touch any of those games. Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't like Arcana Heart because it's fucking gross.
Damn.
Fetishization of little girls is fucking gross. It really is.
I don't think that's true. That question.
Oh, I was like,
I don't. I'm pretty sure that's true, but it's kind of kind of funny. I'll just read the question, but at cross, how do you pronounce that? Contour TV. What do you think about Red Bull Kumite banning EG players because their sponsor supports a different soda? I just do think it's kind of weird that none of the EG guys are in there. Because, I mean, you have Dominion, who's coming from the U.S., so you have U.S. players showing up.
I mean, I don't get why you'd be surprised, because obviously Monster and Red Bull are vying for the same gamer community thing, and Red Bull doesn't want to support Monster players. That's stupid, so... No.
So that's true.
I would assume it's true. If I was a Red Bull person putting this on, I wouldn't be like, yeah, let's get our rivals players. Let's fly them out and pay for them, you know? Shit like that? No. And do you think Monster would want to be a part of the... Like, what if EG player makes it the best tournament ever? Now the Red Bull tournament's really good because of these... It's just too many things. Like, it's, yeah, it's just too many, yeah.
I don't think we're losing anything. Well, we're not... I take that back.
Mochi.
But yeah,
even
true.
so, it's like, do you really want to watch Mochi? I mean, I do. Do you want to watch Mochi just fuck everyone? Like, yeah, I mean, I kind of do, but at the same time, it's good to have other players go and be in their own little pool.
Yeah.
And have money spread around with them. You know, spreading the money around, I think, is fine, because Mochi currently has fucking, what, 70,000 in the past 3 months or something?
Yeah.
You know, that's a lot of money. So, spreading
That's like
around...
almost infiltration money.
Yeah. Almost.
Almost infiltration money.
Mochi's trying to make that infiltration money. At Patrice Lacumte asks, was it good for a 9 states tournament to cater to Kappa Reddit constantly and favor them with so many people turned off from them? No, I don't think catering to Kappa is a good idea. Not to the fact that I don't like them. That has nothing to do with that. I'm pretty indifferent. It has to do with the fact that why would you support and like give free things to a community that's already gonna be supporting you no matter what. Like it's weird to me. Like if Kappa wants to have their advertisements on a stream for, you know, sticking them up on their subreddit, like I don't get that. All the fucking Kappa people are gonna be talking about that tournament. Like that's all they're gonna be talking about either way.
I just think it's kind of a weird thing that they want promotion for a subreddit on a website that's not theirs.
Yeah.
Like that's just, I mean, why even bother?
I don't get the fact that they want promotions and more people to visit their thing. I don't get it. I think they're happy how they are. I don't know. I don't get why being pinned up would benefit anyone, because all they're going to be talking about in the various things is that tournament. You know, is Spooky going to, you know, not be talked about on Kappa Reddit, you know, during final round? Like, is that stream not going to be talked about? Fuck no, it's going to be talked about. That's all it's going to fucking be. Just shit from final round. So I don't get the need to even to work with them. I don't understand it. And 3, it's going to turn people off who don't like the Kappa Reddit place. So, you know, all these people who are, you know, against it, they're not going to watch the stream because you're constantly playing commercials and doing all this other stuff. So it really baffles me why anyone would, because you're A, not getting that much out of it, and B, turning people away. So, and I mean, 9 States tournament only got, what, 5K max, I think? So it doesn't seem to have that much of an effect for Kappa Reddit to be promoting something. That's just my opinion. I just don't see the point. Unless they're paying for it, and I don't know why they would pay in the first place, because it's stupid to promote something
Again,
that's not yours.
Yeah, it's not yours.
It's weird to me, but you know, if they're willing to pay, I don't see a problem with it, to be honest. Because I've seen people promote things for money that have been way worse, like cough cough AGE to the community. So I don't know.
Somebody says in chat that they broke 10K.
They broke 10K. All right, cool. Fuck Honzo. No. That's good then.
Brian Yeatman asks me, are you guys hyped about MKX or nah?
I am.
Yeah, I think we're super hyped about it. Yeah. That's kind of answers that question.
That's it. I need to go on my Twitter. I forgot. Someone asked me a solo question, which never happens. Everyone hates me. I don't blame them though, Harrison.
Toshin asks, what you guys think about that TE2 that are like the old SDCC Sagat TE sticks? Think they have other OG models TE2 2D. What's he talking about?
I have no idea what you're talking about, Toshin. I actually don't. Usually I know.
I don't know what that means.
I think he means. I think there's a
new TE2.
There's a new TE2, but I don't really keep up with Mad Catz products.
It kind of just looks like the ones. I mean,
I'm not even familiar with the old Comic Con one. I didn't know they had a Sagat one, to be honest. I thought the Comic Con one was the.
It was orange, right?
It was the orange female stick. It was like the orange blondish Femme Fatale thingy. Or is that the purple one? I forget. There's so many goddamn T's. Someone linked it. Yeah.
Okay, so there it is. I mean, that looks hella sick.
Was that Sagat one that they had previously? Oh, I guess that's the Sagat one.
Oh, so it is.
Oh, I've never seen that one. That's an old one. That's 2009, man.
Is that Sagat on there?
It's the Scar.
Oh, the Scar. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've seen that before plenty of times.
I haven't seen
It's super rare, though. I mean, it instantly sold out.
Yes, yeah. That was before I was even looking at sticks.
I mean, that's cool. I'm glad they're bringing back that color scheme, because I know people like the arcade stick a lot. And it's basically impossible to get.
Yeah,
now.
I've never fucking seen it at all, so, you know, bring it back.
Yeah.
I would have been like, cool, new colors. But, look good.
Yeah, I'm down.
I mean, I'm all for different styles and stuff.
I might get it, once I buy a PS4 and then have to buy it. Oh, somebody was correcting me. You thinking about Leisure Shoot Larry.
Oh, boy.
Okay, that escalated quickly.
You can do it. I'll talk about it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Fun Crusher Plus asks, have you ever been to a strip club or a gay bar? Yes. I've been to
Both of them?
a strip club before. And I the it was there was boobs. I'm like, I don't know what to say. I didn't really enjoy it as much as I think other people do. I don't know.
I haven't. To either of those.
It's yeah, I missed out. It's not that cool.
Do you have any more questions?
No.
No? Do you have a Honzo story?
I don't, but I have something to say.
Okay.
I don't know how to phrase it, but I don't even really prepare for this. I don't want to say it anymore. It's too awkward.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I'll say this. I've been going through some rough times in the past week, and I appreciate all you guys watching the show every week. It really does help me out, and you know, I appreciate all you guys that say hi to us in person, and it's really nice to have you guys tune in every week, and it's a joy in my life. So you know, that's all I want to say.
I'm glad you do the podcast too.
That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Wow, man. You're going to end it on like a super sad note?
Mm-hmm. Sad boys, man.
So, I'm not going to end it on a super sad note.
Okay.
I feel like I've saved the story for the right spot then. So, I'm driving to work at 9 in the morning or whatever. And I don't know why the time matters, but anyways, I'm at a stoplight, and I guess it's a Honda story because it really doesn't have like a good ending to it. But so this semi he's pretty much homeless, I guess. I don't know. But so he's walking one way, and this other chick who is attractive is walking the other way. And keep in mind, this is in the middle of the street.
Okay.
He just stops what he's doing, doesn't even turn his head. He turns around his entire body and just stares at the lower half of this woman for like a good until he can't see the woman anymore. And then he smiles like the biggest grin I've ever seen before on his life, and then he just stares directly into my eyes. And then just walks away. I'm like, only in San Francisco would this ever happen.
Yeah, I can believe it. All right.
Well, if you guys want to, follow me, you can follow me at HarrisonSBA. If you guys subscribed to the channel this week, I will email you guys my recipe for my pizza.
Oh shit!
100% dead serious. I will do that.
What about our current subscribers?
They'll get it.
Okay. Oh, you can email your subscribers.
Yep, I can email them. Yep. So if you guys subscribe, you guys will have delicious pizza.
There you go.
So if you guys want to follow me, you can follow me at HarrisonSBA. If you guys want to follow Honzo Gonzo, cheer him up, you can follow him at Honzo Gonzo. If you don't want to cheer him up and you don't want to cheer me up, you guys can go to twitter.com/IPLAYWINNER, facebook.com/IPLAYWINNER, and of course youtube.com/IPLAYWINNER, where you guys can check out this video after it's been archived and leave a comment, like, and subscribe on the video. And if you guys want to check out any of our previous podcasts in YouTube or MP3 format, you can go to IPLAYWINNER.com and just go to the podcast section, and there, guess what? They're all there. All 100 and soon to be 17 of them will be there.
All right, guys.
And talk for about like 10 seconds while I get the...
We will see you guys at final round, and I should be in the chat. I don't know who's going to be in the chat, but we'll be there and
okay, you shut up now.
doing everything. Bye.